back. We're now doing some toxin injection for one of our esteemed coordinators, John, who's here, and he's been requesting me multiple weeks to give him his Botox. He's upset that I have not given him his Botox. So we're going to talk to the guys out there right now that have never had Botox or Dysport or Xeomin. What are these products? These are injectable muscle relaxers, basically squeeze in for everybody. You can see, oh God, that's such a big skull line that he has there. No, these wrinkles that form in between the brow, the way in which the brow height is, and also the softening of the lines around the eyes and forehead, you can use neural relaxers to inject those muscles so they don't move as much and it softens the wrinkles. The key component, especially for men, especially with men that have a wider forehead or have a straight brow and they don't want it to droop down, you have to be careful and balance between how much you inject and how much wrinkle is removed versus how much motion you want to have. We need this muscle to keep the brow up. So if your brows are very low to start, you may not want to inject the forehead, and if you already have a nice arch, you may not want to do a brow lift. One of the things I like to do is combine both either Botox or Xeomin to the glabellar area and our forehead, and Dysport to the eye area and neck area. I find that Dysport is a little bit softer at the edge. It allows me to get more of a widespread area, a little bit softer, but Botox and Xeomin is more targeted. So in areas where I want to inject and not have a brow drop or be very, very focused in my injection technique, I would use Botox or Xeomin. But in areas where I want more spread, more softening, like the neck area, jawline, around the eyes, the mouth, I would use the Dysport. So we're going to inject the 11 lines here for him. Squeeze in again, show everybody the corrugators. He has an interesting shape actually, a big bunching up here, but then the tail goes all the way out here. You can see the edge of the corrugator. So we're going to start in the procedural muscle, relax. He's going to feel a little pinch, 1, 2, 3, right in that center area. And we're just going to do a small bit into the procedural, which helps the horizontal line that forms above the nose. Squeeze in again, relax. We're going into the mid part of the corrugator on both sides just to get some paralyzation of that muscle there, so we can't squeeze in as much. Squeeze in again. We're now going to go relax to the tail. We're not going to do too much, just a small bit. It's got a small muscle. It's always the hurt me spot, I always tell people, so we do this little vibration technique to help. And then what we're going to do is be complete. Now we're going to come over just to a little bit to the tail of his brow, just a small bit, because I want to keep his eyelids up. We're just doing a small amount. Perfect. So that's a perfect amount, and I left the pinpoint circles there so you can see them, the little look of where we should have injected. Now when he squeezes in, go ahead and squeeze in, you can see they're perfectly inside the muscle. He has a little bit in the tail here, but if you go all the way out here, there's a potential to drop him down. So this will spread a little bit, and if we feel we need a little extra in 2 weeks, we add a little more. You can never subtract because there's no reversal. So now turn your head, smile as big as you can. He has almost no wrinkles here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do what I call the matzo ball technique. We're just going to do a very small matzo ball. We're going to form a little bleb right here at the edge of his eye, lateral canthus. And then we're just going to press and smash it down like you're eating a matzo ball soup. I did my training in New York, so that's why we do that.
That's what is coming out.
Smile again. So you see we're following where his lateral eye lines would be potentially starting to form. A little bit deeper. There we go. Again. Just going right into the corner. Press that down. Now, some people want to chase smile again. There's these little lines over here. It's okay to put just a small little bit here, but you don't want to overdo it because then this area will start to pull and you'll get a little bunching. So we often tell guys, if you have thin skin under the eye, go ahead, relax. We're going to do that over here just a little bit, very small, couple units, nothing big. Then it's fine. But the key is not to overdo it. And then the last part is a lot of guys, they squeeze when they work out. So squeeze your nose and everything. And this muscle starts to work. So what we're going to do is to compensate, we don't want these lines to form. So we're going to inject the nasalis muscle, little pinch in the edge of the nose, little pinch at the top of the nose. Turn towards me a little bit. Squeeze that nose again. Show everybody those wrinkles. Perfect. Relax. Little pinch at the edge of the nose. That's it. and that will allow the bunny lines to not form. And now he's rejuvenated for 3 months. How did it feel?
It was so easy.
And what do we tell everybody to expect?
So it won't activate for 2 weeks.
Exactly.
So, and if for some reason there is a little bit of unevenness or lifting, we can always offset it with a little bit more Botox or Dysport depending on the area.
Perfect. And so basically 10 to 14 days, some of them will react a little bit faster than the others. Xeomin the quickest, Dysport the second, Botox the longest, but everybody's different. And then we take a look in the next 2 weeks. We can always fine tune it, but you can never subtract. So always stay conservative, and especially for men, making sure you go to somebody who knows what they're doing, because men have wider foreheads, they have much more muscle in that horizontal plane of the forehead, and their brows are lower, so you can really change someone's look if you don't know what you're doing. Bye guys.
Bye.